Because some people will say, well, demons lie all the time, but not always. Sometimes they're compelled to tell the truth. And he said, I convince people. So this is part of the cherubim. He's part of the cherubim, which is an intellectual function. He says, I convince people. So in us, it's an intellectual conviction that he puts in our minds. I convince people that they cannot be separated from the particular good. Okay. And so I stood back and I said, that's a whopper. Because I knew the structure of sacrifice. Remember, in offertory, you have to be willing to be separated from a particular good in order to give it to God. And that means when he convinces people, I can't be separated from this thing. That's how he subverts the remainder part of the sacrifice where we're willing to die to ourselves all the way to the end. And so he knew so I realized that's how he ended sacrifice. And then he just looks at me and says, it's how I took Adam and Eve out. It's how I'm taking your church out. It's how I took your government out. He said, it's at the root of every sin and every defect that every human being has. And later he said, it's the cause of mediocrity in every single human being, which is absolutely true.